Welcome to this new challenge. It's called Breaking Par. Danny and I both play 18 holes, and our combined score has to be under par to complete the challenge. Danny's drive here found the right side of the fairway. My drive, drawing back and right down the middle. Perfect start. Second shot here. This one right on line with the pin going. Landed just right, spun back, and a great look for birdie to get to 1 under. Danny. This one needs to go a little, needs a big bounce. Came up just short. Here's where mine ended up, a near hole out to start the round. Danny for birdie from just off the green. Still some work left for par to stay even. Got it, lipped it in. Good start for Danny. My putt to get us under par to start, and I lipped out the birdie putt. Wow. Didn't trust the break, a tap in par. We're still even. If we finished right here, we would not successfully complete this challenge. We need to be under par. Danny's drive on hole 2 out to the right and hit the cart path.
Cart path again.
Wow. My drive heading on the same line and hits the cart path as well. Stayed behind the trees, just have to hit it over. I went first here from the other fairway, hit the top of the trees, came down and bouncing down the cart path. Oh no. Third bounce, fourth bounce, and back into the rough. Wow. Danny's shot here, trying to not make the same mistake. This one made it over, right on line with the pin. Landed and rolled just left of it, has a look. My shot now for 3. Pulled this one a little left. Needs to go. Stayed short in the rough. Now for par. Would be a big up and down here. Little short. Danny for birdie to get to 1 under. Just missed it. Great leg putt, a tap in par, and now my putt for bogey. On the way and missed it. A double. We're now 2 over. Combined score. On to hole 3. You're not going to want to miss this round. Danny's drive up the left side of the fairway and in a great spot. Cleared the trees. My drive on a similar line. And in the fairway as well. 2 perfect drives after that double. My shot here. Just a chip shot on from 67 yards and in the center. Danny here. From 58 yards. Landed it just past the pin and it rolls off onto the fringe for birdie. On a good line. Needs to slow down and took the slope away. Has some work left for par. My putt for birdie to get to 1 over myself. Left it short. A tap in par. Still 2 over. Danny to stay even on the round and 2 over as the team lipped out for par. In for bogey. We're now 3 over. On to hole 4. A par 3. My shot heading left. Needs to take a soft bounce. And it does. Stays in the rough. Danny. This one on a good line. Just right of the pin. Drawing back. And right over the flag stick. Has a great look for birdie. My chip here. Need to get this one up and down. Checked up nicely. And right by the hole. Almost chipped it in with the pressure on. A tap in par. Keeping us in it. Danny for birdie. On a good line. Needs to stay up and broke too much. Danny going to tap in for par as well. We're still 3 over, but 2 great pars on the par 3. On to hole 5. Our first par 5 of the day. My drive up the right side and just in the rough. Danny. Also heading a little right, drawing back. And in the right rough, just right of mine. In a good spot still. Danny's second shot. This one heading up the left side of the fairway. Took a big bounce and in the sand. Has a tricky stance where it ended up. My shot here up the right side, trying to draw back. Stayed short of the green, just in the rough. Third shot here. Need to get up and down for birdie to get back to 1 over myself. And a good shot. Have a look. Danny, from this tough sand shot here, played it nicely right on line, but just short. Birdie putt for me on a good line. Got it to go.
Oh.
We're now 2 over as a team. Danny, for 2 birdies on this hole, drained it.
Back to even.
Now 1 over. Getting closer to being under par onto hole 6. My drive up the right side. And in a good spot. Danny. This one also heading a little right.
Should be fine.
And a big bounce there, but he has a look. From right of the cart path, this one cleared the trees just right of the pin. And on the front of the green. Good recovery shot there. My shot trying to cut it around the tree. This one needs to go. Landed on the front and stayed short. Have to get this one up and down again to save par. On a good line and just short. Still some work left. My putt for par. Drained it. Still 1 over myself and 1 over as a team. Danny for birdie to get us back to even par in this breaking par challenge. Too much speed. Still some work left here. And he drained it. That one moved a lot. A big par save. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. On to hole 7. My drive right down the middle on this par 5. Can we both birdie the par 5 again and get under par? Danny's drive drawing back and right down the middle as well.
Good ball.
2 great drives. My second shot here with a 4-iron drawing back, just left of the sand. Got a bounce, another bounce, and onto the green.
Shot.
I have a look for eagle. Wow. Danny's shot here, also looking for a chance at eagle if he can put it on. This one on a good line, but needs to go. Took a bounce and stayed just short. Has to get up and down for birdie here. His shot landed just past the hole, and it rolls out. Almost dunked it there. And there's me on the right-hand side. A good look for eagle to get us under par in this challenge. On a good line, but ran out of speed. A tap-in birdie. We're now even par overall. Can Danny get us under par in this breaking par challenge for birdie? Trying to break back, and no! Just missed it. A tap-in par. We're now even overall. In a good position here to break par onto hole 8, the island hole. My shot pulled this one a little. Needs to get down and just off the green. Danny also pulled this one. Landed on the green. Got it to spin right in the center. Has a look for birdie. I went with putter here from just off the green. This one needs to slow down. Breaking around the hole. Still some work left for par. Danny's birdie putt would be a big make. Missed it on the high side. A tap-in par for Danny. My putt for us to stay even. Big putt here. And rolled it in. Saved my par. On to hole 9. My drive here. Right down the middle. And a perfect drive. This can be a tough driving hole. Danny. His drive started right, drawing back. And stayed in the right rough. In a fine spot.
All right.
Maybe.
Danny's second shot here. If we can make a birdie, we'll be under par on the front 9. Danny's shot.
Nice.
Got a good bounce and up by the hole. My shot here on a good line with the pin. And just short. Here's where they ended up. Danny Has a big right to left breaker. Mine just right up the hill. Danny's putt for birdie. Missed it. Needs to slow down. Rolling down the hill. One of the toughest greens on the course. Finally comes to rest. Now for par. To be even himself. Drained it. What a par save from Danny. I have a chance to get us under par in this breaking par challenge. Right over the edge. Wow, gonna tap it in. We're even after 9 holes. And we're tied. Both even par. Pulling our own weight in this challenge. Onto the back 9. Wind in the face today. So laying up before the creek. I ended up in a good spot. Danny also in a good spot. Now just a longer shot into this green. I went with a hybrid here. He's to miss the tree, and it does. Bouncing up by the green. Have an uphill chip. Danny pulled this one left, not cutting back.
Easy.
Actually drawing there.
All right.
And in a really tough spot. This pin is one of the tougher ones. Good touch here from Danny. Needs to slow down. Rolling right by the hole. But it's going to take this slope down. Still some work left for par.
Good shot.
My chip from the front. This one on a good line. Just past it. And a tap in par. I'm even myself. We're even overall. Danny to avoid a bogey here. His putt left it short. Gonna tap it in for bogey. We're now 1 over. On to hole 11. 350-yard par 4 here. My drive heading up the left side and stays in the fairway. In a great spot, Danny. Heading up the right side, drawing back.
Nice.
And in a great spot as well. My shot into this back right pin. Just right of it. Got a bounce left. Just short of the hole. Have a good look for birdie, Danny. From the right rough. Heading towards the center of the green. And a long birdie putt for Danny. For birdie. To get us back to even. On a good line. Rolled it in. What a birdie from Danny. He's now even himself. Got us back to even. My putt here to get under par. Just missed it. Wow, a tap in par. We're still in a great spot. On to hole 12, par 3. My shot drawing back nicely, right on line with the pin, and got a bad bounce right. But a putt for birdie. Danny. Normally plays this hole really well. Can he do it today? This one a little left. Stayed in the rough. That's where Danny ended up. And mine just past the pin. Danny. Second shot here. Said he was getting bit by a mosquito. Good chip, but still some work left. My birdie putt on a good line. And just missed it on the low side. Wow, so many of those this round for me. In for par. Danny to save par. Missed it. He's going to tap it in for bogey. We're now 1 over. Danny saying his bad. This is a tough challenge. You don't want to let the other player down.
Beauty.
My shot here on the par 5. In a great spot. Right down the middle. Danny. This one started out nice. Drawing slightly. Gonna land in the fairway and kick in the rough. Has some trees to work with. My second shot going for the green. Lost it outright. Got through the trees and on the tee box. So a perfect lie. Danny's punch out here, drawing it around the tree. Just left of the 150 marker. Actually clipped the tree, but a perfect layup from Danny.
Nice.
From the right rough. This one on a good line going. Just past it, spun back. And a near hole out from Danny.
Wow.
Wow. My shot here from the tee box. Little low, needs to spin, and it does. to the left. Have a look for birdie. If we both make a birdie here, we're under par. My birdie putt drained it.
Great
Now
putt.
1 under myself this round. We're even overall. Danny, for birdie, whipped it
my.
in. Wow,
One
we're
under.
1 under with 5 holes to play. Can we break par in the first episode of Breaking Par? Danny's shot here on the par 3 out to the right. Stayed in the fairway. Has a good chance to get that up and down. My shot here. Started out nice, drawing back. Needs to go. And found the sand. Wow. My shot from the sand. Rolls out nicely. Needs to go. Have that
Shot.
for par. Danny from the fairway. Chipped it on. Needs to slow down. And it rolls by. 2 tricky par putts, Danny, to keep us under par. Missed it. Danny's 3rd bogey on this back 9, but he does have 2 birdies as well. My par putt rolled it in. Putter's starting to heat up
Great
now.
putt.
We're even overall. We need to finish 1 under on our last 4 to break par. My shot here
Beauty.
with a 3-wood off the tee. Needs to go a little. Still some trees to work with there. Danny taking an aggressive line here.
Easy.
This one ended up just short of the hazard. A great break. My shot here, trying to draw it around with a 3-wood to roll it up. Needs to go and get through this rough and stay just short. This is where Danny's ball ended up. Just short of the hazard, but some trees to go over. Not an easy shot. Danny here. This one on a good line with the pin, but it clipped the trees and came down in the middle of them. A really tough up and down. Danny's shot here. This one made it over the sand, rolled through the rough, and right up by the hole. Wow, might have been one of the best recovery shots we've ever seen. And Danny has a chance to get it up and down. My chip here. 3rd shot, need to get up and down for par as well. We have about the same putt. My putt to save par. No, right over the edge again. Gonna tap in for bogey. Danny to keep us at 1 over. His putt just missed it short. Wow, we both bogeyed. If those putts would have fallen, we would have been in a great spot, but we need to go 3 under on our last 3 combined to break par. There's still a chance in a par 5 coming up next hole. My drive barely cleared the trees, but a clear shot at the green. Danny, an aggressive
Nice.
line. Stayed in the right rough, but has a good look at the green. My shot here, just barely made it in the fairway on a good line, but a little short. This front pin can be tough sometimes. Danny, Swan needs to get down. Landed softly and in the center of the green. My chip, trying to avoid back-to-back bogeys. Landed on the green, rolled right by it. Almost chipped that in. Danny for birdie to get us to 1 over. Just missed it. He's going to tap in for par. He's still 2 over himself. My putt to save par. Lipped out. Wow.
All right.
Tap in for bogey.
Come on.
We need to go 4 under on our last 4. There's still a chance. My drive here on the par 5 started up the right center, drawing back, kicked off the hill and into the water. I'm going to have to take a drop. Danny, playing this one safe up the right side, cleared the trees, and in the fairway on the other hole. A good miss. My drop, now playing 3, laying this one up, knowing I had no chance at getting there. Have a better chance at chipping that one in from under 50 yards. Danny
Got it.
went for the green, but mishit it a little, and it stayed just short
And I
of
heard
the
it.
water, so in a good spot. My 4th shot here on a good line, but it rolls by. Have that for par. Danny, his 3rd shot for eagle. Would be a crazy hole out here and missed it to the right. Has that for birdie. My par putt to stay 1 over on the round. Danny and I are also competing to win this round. My putt rolled it in. What a par save after having to take a drop. Danny for birdie to get us to 2 over. Right over the edge. A tap-in par for Danny. And we're 3 over. We both need to eagle 18. I have a 1-shot lead over Danny in this match too. So this is getting competitive between us and also trying to break par. I found the fairway. Danny swung on a similar line. And it rolled just through the fairway into the rough. Danny for eagle. There's still a chance if this one drops. Needs to cut more. Ended up just past the pin. Has a downhill putt for birdie. So we did not break par in our first Breaking Par episode. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this new series. My shot found the green. Have a look for birdie. Here's where they ended up. My putt for birdie to beat Danny to get us to 2 over. Combined, no, missed it. Gonna tap in for par, a 73, 1 over for me. Danny for birdie to tie me this round. Rolled it in.
No
we
way.
finished 2 over, so we did not break par.
We fell just short. We shot +2 combined score, and we tied both +1 73s. I had a clutch putt there at the end, but Steven played well. We just couldn't make all of our putts today. Otherwise, we would have broke par. Our first Breaking Par series, first challenge here, incomplete, but we knew it was going to be tough. But on the right day, I think we got it. Thanks for watching.